Hello, Self Mastery family. How would you like to tap in to your innate divinity, that power that resides within us? Clear of your past, release the pain of your past, come into the present moment so we can hear the whispers of our divinity guiding us, discovering, living, and fulfilling our soul, SOUL purpose. Hey, that's why we're here today. My name's Dr. Fred DiDomenico, and I wrote a book and developed a system, You're More Powerful Than You Think, that introduces Healed. It's a 6-step system to attaining a higher consciousness made easy. Hey, all you have to do is follow the steps and you can find your SOUL, you can find your soul purpose. Now, how and why did I develop this? Well, I was raised in a Catholic family, never really bought into religion that much, but we were raised with a relationship with God. And through that, I always knew that I came here to do something. You know, like many of you, we're trying to find that power. There's something inside us that's bigger or doing something that's different than what we might be doing now. We know we're here for a reason. So I became a chiropractor and I felt that was my lifetime soul purpose. But all my patients would say, you know, Dr. Fred, you're so happy, you're on your purpose. You know, I don't know what my purpose is. And I would feel this compassion for them. And like, man, you know, everybody's here for a reason. Maybe I can help them. And then later, I got into coaching chiropractors, but I got married and my second wife actually passed away with cancer. And 3 weeks before she died, she was sitting in the bathtub and we were, you know, going over what did we want her life celebration service to be like. It wasn't a funeral, it was a life celebration. So we were having this conversation and then all of a sudden she started bawling, sobbing. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she said, I don't know if I did what I was supposed to do in this life. And I had this overwhelming sadness that words can't describe. And yet, on the contrast, I was living my purpose. And then all of a sudden, a very loud voice in my head said, I don't want anybody ever in my life to say that again. And then I began on this spiritual journey and more of an accelerated spiritual journey. And 5 years later, the acronym HEALED fell on me. It was given to me. I didn't think of it. And it's an acronym for honor God within yourself. Tap into that divinity. Exercise loving yourself and others is the first E. Hey, once we tap into our divinity, we can learn to love ourselves like God loves us. Then when we can love ourselves, then we can accept forgiveness for ourselves and others. Then we can see our past and the pain of our past and realize that everything that's happened to us is guiding us toward our soul purpose. We can eliminate all that emotional noise from our head. And then we can come into presence, living in now, into the now moment, where we can hear the whispers of God, establish your purpose and mission as second E, and then D, actually deliver to the world, live and fulfill our soul purpose. So I wrote the book. I started teaching it to my chiropractic clients, and I found that, man, once they attained that higher consciousness, once I took them through these 6 steps, their business grew, their marriages healed, they talked to their kids differently, they talked to their wife differently, they attained an inner peace that they could actually reach their goals without having to work hard, without stress, without anxiety. They became not only happier, but more important, they became joyful, more joyful from the inside out. And then I moved to the general public. I saw addicts that could transform their lives. I saw people that were caring, that were, you know, had abuse, whether it's sexual or violence or whatever it was, that they started to let go of their past and they started to find a purpose. And now I'm here with you today to be able to introduce a system that has changed the lives of hundreds and hundreds of people, help them attain a higher consciousness. Now, to go through and write this book, I had to live it myself. So I had to live it and experience it, and I attained all those things as well. And with those gifts, I want to be able to give that opportunity to you, to be able to tap into your innate divinity, find out who did God really create you to be, that we are part of the universe, and that your power is greater than you think. You are more powerful than you think is the name of the book. You are more powerful. will give you an experience, because that's who you are. You're here for a reason. We have 7.5 billion people walking on this earth. We are all here for a reason, and we can tap into that innate divinity, be able to see our humanity from a divine perspective. Then your life can transform too. So, would you like to discover, live, and fulfill your soul purpose, SOUL, and really know who you are, why you came here, and be able to live that life? Then take the next step into this system. Thank you for the University of Self Mastery, International University of Self Mastery. And thank you that we are a family raising our consciousness together, because the world needs it more than ever now. The world is waiting for you to get to your next level of consciousness. Let's do that together here in this system, in this university. Thanks. Love you guys.